of the NBA Finals is underway. The Lakers controlling the opening tip. Robert Horry being guarded at the start by Kenyon Martin. Shaquille O'Neal. They feed Shaq. And kept alive by Rick Fox. Here is Fisher, who has not been able to get going throughout this playoff run.
Three-point shooting will be critical for Phil Jackson's Lakers.
Kerry Kittles opening up. That was a two-pointer, had the foot on the line.
One of the things I love about the Nets is that Byron Scott's approach here is, hey, it's about tempo. It's about we're going to outrun the Lakers. You cannot beat Los Angeles and Shaquille O'Neal in a slow-down game.
Bryant being played by Kittles at the start. See Kobe checking the clock. Good job by Kittles, but Bryant was able to drill it.
And that's what separates Kobe and Shaq from the rest of the league. Their ability to bail out a team that is up against a shot clock that is just standing dead, and they can come up with spectacular play one after another.
Kidd able to keep it alive. Open shot for Kenyon Martin. So the Nets have come out and hit a couple of jump shots. They have a 4-2 lead.
One of the problems with the first-time team is they get overwhelmed by all the falderall that surrounds the NBA Finals here. New Jersey comes out, looks extremely sharp and supremely confident. Give Jason Kidd a lot of credit as well as that young man there, Byron Scott.
Foul on Kenyon Martin. Byron Scott making his return to Los Angeles. Grew up in Inglewood, the site of the former home of the Lakers, the Forum. Horry able to keep it alive. Here is Fox. And last touch by the Nets.
Both coaches talked about rebounds. Rebounds mean possession. Possession means control. Neither team very sharp in that category in the opening minute and 45.
And the Lakers have started out only 1 for 5 from the field. Kenyon Martin switching off to Kobe Bryant. O'Neal getting position. Shaquille O'Neal going right at Todd McCullough.
Todd McCullough, as everybody else, gives up size, gives up strength. What you can't do is give up that kind of possession.
Horn with the steal and fouled by Van Horn. You know, Shaq was asked yesterday about Todd McCullough, and he called him, quote, respectable. Todd McCullough said, that's a huge compliment. Seemed very touched by that. Respectable.
Called him a very solid player. Well, Todd only averaging 19 minutes a game during these playoffs. They use 3 guys in the middle there. Byron Scott will have to find somebody who can contribute in every aspect.
Remember last year against the 76ers, Todd McCullough had that one excellent game. Here's Fisher open. Yes. So the Lakers now lead by the score of 6-4.
Careless turnovers. The Nets have already had 2 of them, and the Lakers have converted both times. Unacceptable at this level.
Kenyon Martin being given the open shot, hit one a moment ago.
Kenyon Martin has to run a give and go in that situation, or a dribble handoff.
Bryant again picked up on the switch by Martin. Shot clock down to 6. Bryant goes to the fadeaway. Fox missed the tip. Fox on the putback. Lakers 8, Nets 4.
Every time the Lakers miss, they get their hands on the offensive rebound. Byron Scott, a quick timeout.
Nice play by Horry coming from the blind side to block that shot, and last touch by New Jersey. Lakers have an 8-4 lead, 3.5 minutes gone by. Now Van Horn switching off to Fisher, who is looking for the mismatch. Fox being played by Kidd, gets it inside, and taps, and the foul. And you can see right at the start The intent of the Lakers is to get that ball down low, and Todd McCullough having his difficulties.
And why wouldn't the Lakers come here? This is where the mismatch is in the series, the glaring gap. And what Todd McCullough is doing wrong here is he's doing nothing in anticipation. There is no preparation whatsoever. Now, granted, he's outmatched physically, but if you move your body and get in front of Shaq first on Shaq's flash across the lane, he's going to have to come further away from the hoop.
Shaq, who has been shooting his free throws so effectively, misses on the first. We're looking at 11 of 15 from the line in Game 7. Game 6, 13 of 17.
They're just backing off Kenyon Martin on the perimeter. He's got any shot he wants out there.
Kills from Martin, and the foul is called. Lakers in the midst of an 8-0 run. Foul picked up by Bryant. That is his first. So Kerry Kittles to the line. Kerry Kittles hit his first shot attempt. First 3 games against the Boston Celtics, he was 0 for 17 from three-point range, really having his problems, but he's picked it up as of late.
Kerry Kittles in the first 13 games of this year's playoffs, 40% field goal shooting. That won't get it done, and a nightmare from behind the arc. Picked it up, though, after they got ever so deep and ever so close to this ultimate stage.
Lakers with a 10-6 lead. Lakers going 58-24 in the regular season, finishing second in the Pacific. Bryant tries to get it down. No, it goes as Shaquille O'Neal comes through with his third field goal. He has 6 points.
And what you don't want to see from New Jersey is them having to have Jason Kidd walk the ball up the floor. The switching every play, I think, is hurting New Jersey. You got to guard your own man. The Lakers are getting whatever they want.
Here's Kidd way off, rebounded by Ori. Dangerous pass, but Fox able to handle it on the deflection by Van Horn.
If you're New Jersey here, everything going against you. The Lakers perfectly sharp. Get running. Try to get an open court game. The more opportunities, the better their chance.
Once again, Kenyon Martin given the shot. That's his second field goal.
Robert Horry is not within 15 feet of Kenyon Martin.
Bryant going, and Martin spinning his way.
Making the spectacular look routine on a consistent basis.
Here's Kittles for 3. McCullough able to keep it alive. Kidd shoots from downtown.
Jason hasn't had any penetration and dish opportunities. No dribble handoff. Nothing in the open court. No defensive plays.
Fisher for 3. Looking very sharp.
As they bring the ball back in play. Marv?
Yes, normally the Nets run that Princeton offense so effectively. It is similar to the Sacramento Kings. Back cuts and high screens and rolls, but they are not able to get anything going as they give it right back to the Lakers.
You need on-court leadership. Byron Scott can talk only once on the sideline, but where is Jason Kidd? He's got 0 points, 0 blocks, 0 free throws, and 0 points. He does have a rebound, though. And watch out.
O'Neal would be by Todd McCullough to hit the reverse. 8 points for Shaq on 4 of 6 from the field.
Todd McCullough is getting nothing done there. He's not contributing on the offensive end. Byron Scott coming with a change with Richard Jefferson. Maybe you find a spark off the bench.
Jefferson and Aaron Williams getting set to come on. Here is Kidd, and that is his first field goal.
We saw in the Sacramento series that all it takes is one guy playing well, particularly if that guy is the point guard, as Mike Bibby torched the Lakers and gave Sacramento such confidence. Right now, it's non-existent for New Jersey.
Meanwhile, the Lakers with very sharp ball movement, feeling very confident here at the start. O'Neal, yes.
He's just moving so well. All season long, plagued by the bad toe, plagued by the lackadaisical effort. Right now, though, everything on top.
And Horn able to follow the shot, and they get the new 24. We're just under 5 remaining in the first, and the Lakers lead 23-10.
They're giving Martin so much room. He has got to put the ball on the floor.
Back comes Bryant. met by Kittles. Shaq rolling down low, but it goes back out to Fisher, who drives the lane and hits the balls. Fisher showed some signs in Game 7 at Sacramento, hitting 4 of 9, but his shooting had been way off and had that difficult time with Mike Bibby.
Byron Scott's trying to get two guys into the ball game. There's no stoppage to play. They might want to take a foul here by a Todd McCullough because Byron Scott cannot afford to burn any more timeouts right now. They've got to get these new guys into the court.
Meanwhile, Bill, the Lakers have hit 9 straight shots. Kobe Bryant. Robert Horry got a piece of it.
When they do miss, they get the offensive rebound. Who is going to stand up for New Jersey and say, this board belongs to me?
Rejected by O'Neal.
With no pressure on Shaq to guard Todd McCullough. He just zones it up in the basket area, getting defensive rebound, igniting fast break. When the penetration does come, you got to come all the way into Shaq and then lay it off for somebody else who's shooting while Shaq is denying penetration. Beautiful block. Try to keep it in bounds next time, big guy.
Third block shot for Shaquille O'Neal. So the rookie Richard Jefferson, who has played so well, has come on for the first time. Martin not able to hit. Lucius Harris and Aaron Williams also checking in as we approach 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. It's been all Lakers. They're up 25-10. O'Neal, Williams had his back turned, and Kenyon Martin trying to hold back. Shaquille O'Neal, foul is called. Says he's much better. Phil Jackson telling us yesterday that his intent was to go with more of the bench on the inbounds. Miscommunication. And Jason Kidd puts the move on Derek Fisher and then beats Samaki Walker.
Everything changes when Shaq goes to the bench and the net's right on top of the play, and finally an open court play. Byron Scott told us that tempo, containing the role players, and keeping Kenyon Martin near the basket area will be the critical elements in New Jersey's task in pulling off this monumental upset bid.
And the net staying with Martin on Bryant. Throws the jumper in his face. So Bryant with 6 points. Lakers now lead at 27-12. Lakers have hit 13 of 21 from the field. New Jersey only 5 for 17. Jump hook, nicely done by Kenyon Martin. That's his 3rd field goal.
Outstanding execution. This will be the ultimate test of Kenyon Martin's brief career. Just in his 2nd year, he told us that his leg is all better from the injury from last season. But this is a different level than Martin has ever played before. And this guy he's matched up with, oh my gosh.
With a series of crossovers. Kenyon Martin has pulled it back during the postseason. Called for 6 flagrant fouls during the regular season. Lucius Harris not able to hit. The last flagrant called on Kenyon was March 15th. He's gone, Bill, 33 games.
Well, he
has flagrant foul.
He has realized that it's not about physical play in terms of crossing the line of what is accepted in terms of the fairness of treating your opponents with respect.
1 on the shot clock, so Bryant had to fire it up. Walker able to handle that rebound.
Even the desperation bounces are going for Los Angeles.
Walker not able to hit. Coming up on a minute remaining in the first. Here's the speed of Jason Kidd. Rejected by Walker. Kidd leads Bryant. Whipping by Williams. He thought he was fouled. No call. Kidd with a beautiful move. Going behind the back on Fisher.
Kobe raked across the head on that incredible reverse layup attempt. Couldn't believe there was no call.
Horry switching off to Kidd. Kidd reversing himself, but not able to convert.
And Jason's teammates are not moving in unison with him.
Foul on Harris. Lucius Harris still playing with that protective gear, although he does not need it. Says he feels more comfortable with it. He was cleared to play without that mask a month ago, just after suffering the broken bone between his eye and ear on the right side of his head. Says he shoots better with the protective gear.
Whatever works. It makes no difference. Whatever makes the player comfortable.
NBA.com is the place. Great photos throughout the finals, on the court and off, from action shots of the top plays to celebrities who are, as they say, loving it live. Log on to NBA.com to email your favorite photos to your friends. It's all at NBA.com. 35 seconds remaining in the first. Lakers lead 29-14.
Too late to go for 2 for 1 here. Just get the best available at whatever time on the shot clock.
Poked away from Martin. Kidd checking the clock. Martin off the double team. And rebounded by Devin George, who just checked in.
Perfect give and go there. Jason Kidd had his man beat. Kenyon Martin just lay it right back for the short 14-foot jumper. Ouch.
Final seconds of the first. And a 3-2. Fisher gets it away. So that is the end of the first quarter.
It's something just in the three of us. We want to pass first, shoot second. We want to make our teammates better. And also we want to give our teammates a scoring pass. And that's the difference between the three of us, because we give you a pass that you can shoot right away or that you can score with right away.
How much do you think that Byron Scott has helped Jason Kidd, having been a teammate of yours and now trying to apply what you did so well and help Jason?
Well, Byron has told me, he talked to Jason about myself, and you know, he didn't have to tell him too much because Jason had it in himself. He's a great leader, and he's a guy you can't really stop or contain because he can get the ball off the board himself and take it the length of the court. That's why you really can't contain him or stop him.
And, of course, Jason idolizes you. He wanted to wear number 32, but because of Dr. J having that number retired, he took number 5, 3 plus 2. I'm sure you're aware of that, but you know he's an idol of yours. How do you respond to that when guys perform at this level?
Well, I think you just say thank you for respecting you enough that we want to play like myself. And I hope that all kids are watching Jason Kidd, because we need more young people to learn how to pass and set up their teammates instead of just shoot all the time. So now kids will be idolizing Jason Kidd now.
Final thought. Is this a Laker dynasty? Should they win 3 in a row?
Oh, no question about it. You know, anytime you get to win 3 championships in a row, that is a dynasty. Now,
all right, Magic, congratulations to you on the Hall of Fame.
And I want to thank NBC, Marv, Dick Enberg, Bill, and especially my boy, Dick Ebersol, for all the wonderful times with NBC. Thank you all.
All right, Magic, and we appreciate it.
And, of course, you too, Jim Gray.
Thank you for sneaking that in. I was just going to keep the microphone here long enough until that happened.
I know it.
Marv?
Yes, and knowing Jim, that is accurate. A remarkable career. Irvin Magic Johnson, now a Hall of Famer. And Bill, I know you were there for the proceedings earlier today.
Marv, it was a magical ceremony, hosted beautifully by Dick Enberg. A lot of other Hall of Famers were there. Pete Newell, Ann Meyer, Marcus Haynes, Connie Hawkins, Bill Sharman, George Yardley, celebrating the greatness of basketball and how much fun everybody had, was involved there throughout their lives, throughout the game. And Larry Brown, so humble, so giving. He was embarrassed about the attention brought his way. What a day it was downtown Los Angeles.
Lindsey Hunter picks up the foul. Anthony Johnson has come on for Jason Kidd, so he's playing the point. He has Lucius Harris in the backcourt, Richard Jefferson, Keith Van Horn, and Aaron Williams up front. A 32-14 Laker lead. We're opening minute, second quarter.
Nothing going right for New Jersey. They can't get in the open court. They're trying to extend their defensive pressure to try to get the game going up and down, but they're getting pounded on the boards.
Is this a team that is rattled or just being severely outplayed?
A combination of both, because this grandest of stage shrinks men, the greatest of men. But also we've seen the Lakers have elevated their game, responding to the challenge that Sacramento gave them.
Oh, nice block. And that's looking for a charging foul. Walker was able to hit on the foul. Lakers now lead 34-15. The Lakers have to be saying to themselves, although there's still a long way to go in this ball game, we are very happy to be out of Sacramento. It is a different story here in the first half. Even the 4 games that the Lakers won against the Kings, they all went down to the wire. And a traveling violation is called on Walker.
New Jersey needs one guy to show that, look, I can play at this level. I can take this game away from Kobe and Shaq and the rest of the Lakers. Somebody who's going to come in and say, just give me the ball. I'll put some numbers on the board, and then we'll get going. Because right now, there is no confidence on behalf of the entire Nets squad.
And once again, Van Horn coming up short. And the Lakers are getting away with having Shaquille sit out for some time. They're using their bench, as Phil Jackson said he would. They have Hunter in there, George, Walker, along with Horry and Bryant. Hunter off a three. And Jefferson able to get to it.
But how long do you leave Jason Kidd on the bench? Now, granted, Johnson is a quality player as a backup point guard, but Jason Kidd is your MVP candidate. He's got to be the guy that sets the tone. He hasn't done it yet. But when are you going to give him the chance, particularly with Shaq sitting on the bench right now for an extended period?
Hunter going to the left hand. And back comes Anthony Johnson. Nets have missed their last 7 field goal attempts. Lindsey Hunter switching off to Keith Van Horn. And Van Horn with the shot. He is 0 for 3.
That's a very difficult shot. You stand there, They're looking for the pass and then pull the trigger. You have no body momentum. The Lakers are backing off. You got to dribble at someone else's defender and then get a dribble handoff going.
Lindsey Hunter able to get it off with Keith Van Horn flying at him. It's a two-pointer. He had the foot on the line, and Byron Scott will talk it over. 8:52 remaining.
Championships won. Phil Jackson, of course, mentored by Red Holtzman. The defense for Los Angeles just so good, though.
Byron Scott with vivid memories of that Game 1 1985 Finals Memorial Day Massacre. Celtics 148, Lakers 114. The Lakers came back to take that series. Van Horn with his first field goal. So the Lakers now lead 36-17. New Jersey had missed their previous 8 shots.
And Jason Kidd still sitting on the bench. I mean, he can't be tired. When was their last game? Last Friday night? This is Wednesday, isn't it?
Let me figure that. Yes, it is. Ryan Shaw has come on for the first time. Shaquille O'Neal back on the floor, getting right to it. 6 of 8 for 12 points. It has been too easy for Shaq as you think back to the series against Sacramento where they had him surrounded at all times. Aaron Williams. And the Lakers now lead 38-19.
But Sacramento has the advantage of playing against the Lakers a ton of times, not only in the regular season, but the last 3 years in a row in the playoffs. So they have gotten a sense of what to do, what it's like to play against the big man who throws it down one more time.
Shaq has hit his last 7 shots. He has 14 points, and the Lakers lead it 40-19. Van Horn for 3. Jason Kidd getting set to check back in.
No perimeter game whatsoever. How about penetration and dish? How about a dribble handoff? When the guy's backing off, you drive the ball to the elbow and then reverse pivot and lay it down on the floor to somebody.
Hunter backing to 3-point territory. Here's George for 3. And Hunter able to scoop it up. They have the new shot clock. Phil Jackson now has Hunter and Shaw in the backcourt. O'Neal up front with George and Medvedenko. Shaq, 16 points. He's hit his last 8.
He is just rolling in every aspect of the game. The defense, the rebounding, the block shots, and then on the offensive end, the touch, the repertoire. Just outstanding.
And Joe Crawford indicating a foul on Lindsey Hunter. That's his second.
We're seeing no lingering effects from the sore toe that has plagued Shaq all year. The flash in, the movement without the ball, the execution, the flawless footwork, the power, the combination with the finesse, the touch going both directions, whether it's a jump hook or the turnaround jumper. What are you going to do defensively?
McCullough, who just checked back in, coming up with his first field goal. And Shaquille O'Neal seems to have the elevation and his energy back, coming through with those terrific performances, games 6 and 7 against the Kings. He is back to his usual dominating self. Good play, though, by McCullough. Kidd pulls it up. That's a 2. Had the foot on the line. He was trying to move back an inch or two, but Joe Crawford was right on it. And the Lakers now lead 42-23. 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Now the Nets have to build on a play like that, but not just count on Shaq dropping the ball and turning it over. It is waved off. 3-second violation. Shaquille O'Neal 8 for 10, 16 points. He's hit his last 8 shots. He missed 2, and he's hit 8 in a row. Let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Hey, Marv, for the Nets, their defensive plans against Shaq. Well, there's no shame in their game. It's defense by committee. The centers and the forward here and there. And I talked to Todd McCullough before the game, and he said between himself, Aaron Williams, and Jason Collins, they'll use their 18 fouls that they have to give to try and slow Shaq down. You know, I asked Jason Collins if his twin brother, Jaren, who's a rookie with Utah, would be here tonight. He said yes. And if they could sub him against Shaq, they would try that too.
Pick up some more fouls to give. Richard Jefferson. Nice move by the rookie from Arizona. We were talking yesterday with Byron Scott. He said, we're not going to stop Shaq and Kobe, but we must contain everyone else. With the tip. Scott feels that the Nets can win if they hold Shaq and Kobe to a combined, he gave us a number, 55 points. That could be obliterated in this first half. And Todd McCullough with his second field goal. Lakers 44, Nets 27.
Nobody has shown since Phil Jackson showed up that you can beat Los Angeles, but I don't believe you can win with the strategy of fouling. You have to come with something where you play defense and force Shaq to take difficult shots, much more difficult than the one he's had here today. He's just rolling right by. But the grace of this guy, combined with the power and the skill and the strength, to make that kind of play at that size, unheard of in basketball history.
Bryant thought he had a teammate, but it was Jefferson. Nets have hit their last 4 shots. We're down to 4.5 remaining in this first half.
LA's defense has kept Richard Jefferson under control. Todd McCullough, swing the sky hook, big guy. Jabbar, speaking of Hall of Fame day.
Don't control yourself. We were talking earlier about last year's NBA Finals was Game 2. McCullough playing for Philadelphia against the Lakers, 13 points in 16 minutes. And then did not score at all in the other 4 games. Foul is called as Fox and Jefferson came together. It's on Jefferson.
Todd McCullough calling for the ball here. And I got Shaquille O'Neal. I got a fit. Oh, no, it's Slava Medvedenko. Excuse me. Swing it, Todd. Throw it from the free throw line. But one major problem that the Nets are having is their defensive rebounding. I mean, guys like Kenyon Martin and Kerry Kittles and Richard Jefferson and Jason Kidd, they've got to just pound that on the rare opportunities that the Lakers do miss. Block shot.
Fox on a quick release, rejected. Robert Horry is back, coming out for Slava Medvedenko. And Kittles lost his balance, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kittles.
And it's Bryant Shaw quickly putting the ball in play. Nets caught on their heels again.
Bryant struck. Here comes Kidd, chased by Fox. Good play by Fox, and a beautiful recovery by Kidd to get it to Kittle.
Transition defense. Phil Jackson has worked so hard on this. They had to do that against Sacramento. Been very few fast break opportunities for New Jersey because they can't rebound. They can't dig it out defensively.
Lakers have led by as many as 23. McCullough on that foul. So the Nets have cut into that lead.
Finally an open court opportunity for Jason Kidd, but tough spacing. When there's just one guy back, you got to take the ball down from the side. Fortunately, Kerry Kittles comes right in behind Jason Kidd. Jason able to lay it off, and then the strong finish by Kittles.
You get the idea that the Lakers are very relaxed as they exhale coming off the tense moments, very anxious time against the Sacramento Kings. That lead is now down to 13, but they seem to have everything very much under control. Shot clock is at 3. Here's Fox. Yes.
My sense of the Lakers is determination to get it done. Our meeting with Shaq and Phil Jackson yesterday, these guys were focused. They're leaving nothing to chance here, and we have seen that executed on the floor brilliantly.
Another open shot for Martin. Good play by Horry, getting it to O'Neal.
But just look at the way Shaq is running the floor here. No more walking up and down. No more lackadaisical approach. He's flashing. He's got his knees flexed. He's moving. He's calling for that ball. He's pump faking with the passes and then getting whatever he wants on the offensive end.
Martin able to get to it. 15-point Laker lead, 2.5 remaining in this first half. Marv Albert along with Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones not with us here tonight. He will be for game 2 on Friday. Back home in Portland, attending his brother's graduation.
They've got to take the ball at Shaq there. If you let Shaq play the weak side in a play like that situation, you have no chance.
O'Neal out deep. Here comes Martin to help.
The interchangeability of the offense. Anybody can play any position.
Horry for 3. Good box out by Jefferson.
Where's Kenyon Martin with that kind of rebound? That's the kind of inspirational play they need. Jefferson, Martin, good repost here by Martin.
Nice pass, and then McCullough is high up. Jump ball is called. That's head coach Byron Scott trying to rally his team. Here's the jump controlled by the Lakers.
Possession by possession. Just play it one at a time, but they are getting pounded on the boards. Minus 12 overall, and they have been doubled up on the offensive glass. Will somebody please get one rebound, get in the air, and let's get it done to New Jersey.
O'Neal.
Another offensive rebound.
And a loose ball foul. It's on the Lakers. Kobe Bryant arguing the call. That's his second.
Whenever you're playing against Shaq or a great player in the post, is that you have got to have tremendous play from your power forward to dominate the boards on the weak side. That's Kenyon Martin, Van Horn when he's in there, Richard Jefferson.
Lakers over the limit. Martin only a 68% free throw shooter during the regular season. Well, we'll be back Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 Pacific, to bring you game 2 of the NBA Finals. That'll be from Staples right here in Los Angeles. Kenyon Martin missing on both, so the Nets 3 of 8 from the line.
And we talked about Martin having to do the job on the boards. He only has 3 rebounds. That will not be nearly enough. Come on, Kenyon. This is the NBA Finals. What you live for.
Fox passing on the 3 and takes it to the rim. By Mark. Kenyon's had a very difficult first half at both ends.
Very difficult for a player like Kenyon Martin, who has spent his whole career being bigger and stronger and physically intimidating against his opponents. This game is being played and will be won ultimately at the mental level.
Here's Kidd shooting the 3. Jason Kidd in the postseason coming into tonight, 11 of 70 from downtown. That's 16%. It was 32% from three-point land in the regular season. 1 of 2 tonight. Bryant for 3. Kobe now 3 for 10 from the field.
Everything defensively from New Jersey has been reactive. They are not doing anything to force the Lakers out of what they want.
Down to 10 seconds remaining in the half, and Byron Scott has to be very pleased cutting into the 23-point lead. Nice play. McCullough block. Here's Kidd. Just did beat the shot clock. Fisher able to get it off. Halftime in Los Angeles. It seemed much worse than the halftime score. Lakers led by as many as 23. They're up 42-19ers. Derek Fisher doing well to get it off and was right on target. But the Nets close out the second quarter with a 17-8 advantage, and they are down by 12. How about this number? Lakers out-rebound the Nets in the first half, 31-19. Let's go to Jim Gray with Derek Fisher.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. He's gone from Damon Stoudemire to Tony Parker to Mike Bibby, now Jason Kidd. Are you fairly pleased that you've been able to slow him down somewhat here in the first half?
Well, he got some buckets late in this quarter, and they finished the quarter 17-8 run, and it's a 12-point game now, so we can't relax anyway.
How disappointed are you that you've let these guys back into the game after being so easy and in control here for the first quarter and 6 minutes?
Yeah, we should be extremely disappointed. You know, we knew that coming out it'd be a little different for them as far as their experience. We were able to take advantage of that early, but it seems that they're getting comfortable, and we have to step up and take control of this game again.
All right, Derek, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Marv, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. Shaquille O'Neal, the high point man, with 16, 8 of 13 from the field. Jason Kidd leading the Nets with 11.
Spoke to a number of the players as they came out for the Lakers. They said that Phil Jackson told them that things came too easy. They need to work much harder here to regain the momentum here in the third quarter. He warned them, as he always does, of being lackadaisical coming out in the third quarter. It has been historically throughout the season their worst quarter. He says they're beating us on hustle plays. Don't let down at all. Don't be satisfied. Marv?
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, Robert Horry came out aggressive as he was able to pick up his second blocked shot. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Fisher has regained the touch. Shaquille O'Neal is up front with Rick Fox and Robert Horry setting the nets. And Jason Kidd and Kerry Kittles at the guards. Kenyon Martin, Todd McCullough, Keith Van Horn up front. You can see the swing in this game. Horry with the steal.
Robert Horry is such a cerebral player, and Kenyon Martin has got to start thinking out there. Can't use back to the basket moves.
O'Neal on the hop to Horry. And the Lakers have taken a 52-36 lead.
The challenge for Kenyon Martin to elevate his game. Not be about jumping high, running fast, and physically punishing players, but by being in the right spot at the right time and executing.
Here's Kidd. McCullough.
Todd. Throw it down.
Good hands of Todd McCullough, surprising a couple of Lakers getting to the ball, and the Laker lead is now 14. So McCullough has 8 points, 5 rebounds. Shot clock down to 6. Fisher to O'Neal. Saw Shaq had position, but not able to hit.
A little bit out of sync offensively that time. Nice push of the ball. Can Van Horn finish? Finally, the guy only had 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting before that fortuitous shot.
Well, Van Horn hitting the 3, and now the crowd becoming interested. As the Nets have moved within 11, they've trailed by as many as 23. O'Neal squeezing his way, and he is fouled. Recall the Nets blew a 26-point lead in the Eastern Conference Finals, down by as many as 21. In the fourth quarter, the Celtics able to come back. Nets went 52 and 30 during the regular season, best record in the East. 52 wins, the most in the history of the franchise. In the playoffs, they beat Indiana 3-2 in a grueling first-round series, then knocked off Charlotte in 5 in the conference semifinals, and then beat the Celtics in 6 in the Eastern Conference Final Series.
Well, even that doesn't go right for New Jersey as they finally get Shaq to miss a free throw.
Lane violation.
But everything about New Jersey this year, Marv, has been the best in franchise history.
Todd McCullough called on the violation, and the Nets have made the playoffs for the first time since back in the 97-98 season. In fact, though, the Nets are the first team since the playoffs expanded to 16 teams in 83-84 to reach the finals one season after failing to make the playoffs. Keith Van Horn with his second straight 3, and the Laker lead is now 10.
Starting to take matters into his own hand, Van Horn. Now you got to get the same from Kerry Kittles.
Bryant with the step and the facial.
Oh my gosh. Throw it down, Kobe. Throw it down.
Lakers 56, the Nets 44. We played 3 minutes in the third. Van Horn trying to shake off Fox, threw it away.
Kobe Bryant in the open floor, looking at Todd McCullough. McCullough is slow to move to the ball. He's slow to get off the floor. And when that is the case, you are going to get posterized time and time again. You got to come out and attack the guy who's coming at you.
Bryant stopped by Kittle. Nice play by Kerry Kittles and last touched by Kobe Bryant.
That last turnover by Keith Van Horn, he has to drive the ball not at his man, but at Jason Kidd's man. That is what's going to create the double team. That's what's going to create the opening for someone.
And Horn with the hot hand, so they set it up again. McCullough keeps it alive. Another terrific defensive play by Robert Horry. He's had only 2 steals and a block shot in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. And the ball back to New Jersey.
Robert Horry is one of those guys who will beat you anyway. He'll beat you with his offense, with his defense, with his rebounding, with his block shots, with his passing. What a team player. What a find to get this guy and team him up with Shaquille O'Neal.
It's having difficulty finding a shot. And they get bailed out on the foul. Foul called on Fox. That's his first.
The problem is, though, that the Nets are trying to post up Todd McCullough. He's not a guy who you can run an offense through. That's got to be either Van Horn, Kittles, Martin, or Jason Kidd. McCullough is a finisher, not a creator.
Kidd, Jason Kidd is hitting the jumper. He now has 13, and the Laker lead is 10. Fisher played on a switch by Martin. Nice play by Kidd. The Nets much more aggressive coming out here in the second half. Foul is called on Fox.
Remember when Charles Barkley was talking about the deer in the headlights syndrome? That Byron Scott denied to Lewis Johnson, but this is a different team we're seeing here in the second half. Jason Kidd, Van Horn, and come out and said, you know what? We stunk it up in the first half. This is the real New Jersey Net team.
Well, the Nets came out so passive in that first half. It was too easy for the Lakers. Todd McCullough, 5 for 7 from the field, 10 points, and that lead, once 23, is down to 8, and Phil Jackson calls for time. Was it too loose and easy for the Lakers at the start?
Absolutely, and they've lost their focus, their concentration, and determination. But Robert Horry continues to be outstanding. He's got points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. What can't this guy do to help his team win ball games?
Robert Horry, maybe the major reason his kid is able to hit again. The big reason that the Lakers are in the NBA Finals, that game-winning 3 in Game 4 against Sacramento turned the series around.
Well, they would have gone down 3-1, going back with 2 more games in Sacramento.
Bryant draws the foul. It's in the act. Kobe taking a shot over the right eye, so he'll shoot 2, fouled by Kerry Kittles. Let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, Marv, during that last timeout, Phil Jackson said to his team that the Nets have now found their offensive rhythm. We must slow down the pace. By playing fast, we are playing right into their hands and enabling them to get back into the game. After it was all over, he turned to Jimmy Clemens. He said, what is it with us in this quarter? Why do we always come out of the locker room after halftime and lay an egg? Jimmy didn't have an answer. Marv?
It is strange. Can you recall a situation like that from your playing days where a particular quarter just come out and don't have it? That has happened to the Lakers time and time again, in particular in the playoffs.
They're so good when they want to be. They lose so much at halftime. When they go in there and figure it's over, they can just force the other team to quit.
Martin not able to hit. Horry on the rebound as we come up on 6 minutes remaining. Third quarter. Lakers up by 10. And a 3-second violation called on O'Neal for the second time tonight.
Shaq has been a no-show here in the third quarter. And The best player is responsible for setting the tone. Well, we talked about what he did in the opening few minutes of the game. If they want to pound it down and finish him off tonight, Shaq's got to be the guy. He is the difference.
Kittles. The chip by Martin. It counts, and the foul.
The best play of the game so far for Kenyon Martin. Maybe this will be a springboard for him to come alive, because this guy does have talent. When matched up against Robert Horry, so very difficult. That time with a great position, Horry grabbing him, holding him, and the concentration and focused determination of Kenyon Martin coming through.
Kenyon had a very difficult first half, but he has had it at the defensive end during the postseason. Did an excellent job defensively. You recall on Jermaine O'Neal of the Pacers in the first round. So the Nets are now within 7 after trailing by as many as 23. Fox, O'Neal, McCullough got a piece of it. And Shaq has missed his last 5 shots.
Beautiful ball movement, New Jersey.
Kittles for 3. The Nets are within 4.
Wow. Shaq is playing with his arms down.
Bryant. A forced shot by Kobe. And last touch by New Jersey.
It's a night and day performance for Shaquille O'Neal. That was a lob pass by Kobe. He was looking for one of those Game 7 throwdowns, and they come right back to it.
O'Neal with his first field goal of the third quarter. So the Lakers lead 62-56. This crowd is back into it for the first time since the player introduction.
The sense of uncertainty. So strange here, where the fans just figure they're going to win everything.
Van Horn for 3. Well, there were many anxious moments here at home during the series against the Kings, who extended the Lakers to 7. Here's Bryant, 1 for his last 8, but draws the foul. So Kobe will go to the line. The Nets with their 3rd team foul. It's on Van Horn. That is 3 on Keith Van Horn.
The beauty of the continuity of the triangle offense by Tex Winter. We're so sad that Tex Winter did not make it to the Hall of Fame today, but the ability of this guy to get the players to realize that you got to keep moving, and when you don't have it, that's when you're most dangerous and most effective. What a genius Tex Winter is, and how unfortunate and sad ultimately.
Well, I think it'll happen.
When?
For Tex? I know that he was disappointed that he did not get the phone call, but Lakers now lead 64-56 with 4:25 remaining in the third. Martin. Rebound McCullough, and he is fouled. Todd McCullough has done a very strong job in this third quarter.
And he's realizing he's finding a way to make contributions. He's never going to be able to go head-to-head, but with Martin playing better and attacking the rim, you see Shaq having to get in the air to deny that. And as you come down that lane, you see the big guy coming, just put it up over the top. And then Todd McCullough has to come and make it happen. He has 6 offensive rebounds tonight alone.
Foul called on Fox, his 3rd. McCullough, a 67% free throw shooter. Todd in his 3rd NBA season out of the University of Washington. Signed as a free agent after the 2 years with the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers up by 8 points. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
I like the trap in the backcourt. This forces it. Oh, they're going to call that off Jason Kidd. Ronnie Garrettson right on top of it. But the trap in the backcourt takes the ball out of Kobe's hands. Fisher has not been attacking with his normal proficiency here.
Horry with the rainbow 3.
Now opportunities on the run because of improved rebounding by Martin and Van Horn.
And as Martin makes his move, he's blocked by Horry. So that's the second call on Horry, and the Lakers now over the foul limit.
Kenyon Martin against Robert Horry should not play back to the basket in the low post. Horry is too tricky. Horry is, it looks to me like 2 inches taller than Kenyon Martin. In that situation, turn and face. Get Horry to back up. He's got those very long arms and is so deceptive and anticipates so well. Virtually impossible to play against a bigger guy with your back to the basket, Kenyon Martin.
Martin listed at 6'9" and Horry at 6'10". A reminder, Sunday at 1 Eastern, right here on NBC, we'll bring you a preview of golf's greatest championship, the 102nd U.S. Open. And then beginning a week from tomorrow, Thursday, June 13th, it's 4 days of U.S. Open coverage as Tiger Woods headlines a star-studded field just outside New York City at Bethpage Black, the first truly public course to host the U.S. Open. Bryant, yes. Smooth looking shot by Kobe for the first time in a while.
But the opportunities have not been there. The number of chances to attack. New Jersey done a very good job of adjustments at halftime. Plus, they got players who are really playing now.
Here's Kidd, able to whip by. Kidd on the follow. Kidd again. Rebounded by Horry. Fox was trying to alley-oop with O'Neal, but it went in, and Shaq is called for offensive interference.
Would this have gone in if Shaq hadn't have touched it? I don't think so. It probably would have hit the backside of the rim. Remember, this is what Wilt used to do all the time, and then they changed the rules. Once Wilt changed the way basketball was played.
So the offensive interference eradicates that field goal. Keith Van Horn sitting down. Richard Jefferson, the rookie from Arizona, has checked back in. Martin stopped by O'Neal. Good play by Shaq. Just under 3 remaining.
But now they got to make that final hurdle and put that seed of doubt in the minds of the Lakers and their fans.
Well, the Nets able to get as close as 4 points just moments ago. Shot clock to 3. And last touched by the Lakers.
A lot of Nets are playing better in this half. McCullough's playing strong. Kidd, Martin, Van Horn. Where's Richard Jefferson? Where's Kerry Kittle? These guys have got to come alive. You have to have everybody playing well if you're going to win as the visitor in this building.
It's a Nets team that came out looking very tight, rattled in the first half, but they've been able to calm down. Kenyon Martin rebounded by Shaquille O'Neal.
That is a rebound. And that's why you have to attack Shaq with the ball.
Kobe Bryant has missed 8 of his last 10. Shaquille O'Neal has missed 5 of his last 6. Shaq with a nice fake and draws the foul. So McCullough collects his 3rd.
Beautiful. Everything right for Shaq. Flash from the weak side. Get the great position. Little ball fake. What is your theory? How you're going to score? Determine your own fate. Fake one way, come back the other, and get in the air. There is nothing anybody, including Todd McCullough, can do about that.
Shaq 2 for 3 from the line. Did get a break, receiving a do-over earlier on a lane violation. Aaron Williams and Lucius Harris now checking back in, replacing Kerry Kittles. Todd McCullough. McCullough with 10 points and 8 rebounds.
Well, the bench, which is, I think, an edge for New Jersey in this series, they didn't give him much in the first half. Total of only 5 points off that bench.
What is going on with Shaq at the foul line?
We have reached a point where we're saying, remember when Shaq used to miss free throws? He'll be shooting the technicals next.
Yeah. Martin. Oh, strong move to the rim by Kenyon Martin. Lakers 68, Nets 59.
You talk about finding your game at halftime. Whatever Byron Scott did in that locker room in terms of making these guys believe they could get it done, that has worked beautifully.
Fox not able to handle that handoff. Jefferson taking the one-hop pass from Kidd. And a foul is called. Joe Crawford, the outside official, pointing at Derek Fisher. Lakers have been over the foul limit And Lucius Harris will go to the line.
Transition defense, always a critical element in playing against a fast-breaking team. Kobe does the right thing, forcing Jefferson to double clutch. Not much contact right there, but they're going to send Richard Jefferson to the line where the New Jersey really struggled. Oh, Lucius Harris at the line. Not on the shot, on the away from the ball.
Nets are now 6 of 14 at the line. Lucius Harris, one of many members of the Nets to grow up in either the Los Angeles area, state of California. He attended Long Beach State.
It's really a West Coast team. The coach, Byron Scott, from LA, Arizona State, a Pac-10 team. So many guys from out here in that conference.
Samaki Walker not able to handle the pass. Samaki back on the floor, replacing Shaquille O'Neal. There you see the California / Pac-10 Nets.
You've got Jason Collins, Lucius Harris from Los Angeles, Richard Jefferson, born in LA, went to University of Arizona, where his coach went to the Hall of Fame today.
Oh, it counts, and the foul. A gorgeous shot by Jason Kidd. And he is headed to the line. The foul on Samaki Walker.
The crowd is stunned. It was so easy in the first half, and now it has been all New Jersey. That turnaround, truly remarkable, and Jason Kidd leading the charge. What a three-point play.
Ryan Shaw, who grew up in the Bay Area, remembers watching Jason Kidd back in the 4th grade. Kidd able to get to that loose ball, and then he is stripped. Remembers watching him playing CYO basketball. Bryant said seeing Jason play, it was the first time he'd seen a guy that is faster with the ball than he is, and he said when he's just running straight ahead without it.
Magic Johnson was that way. Bob Cousy was that way. I saw Jason Kidd play when he was in 8th grade, and he already had that.
Aaron Williams on the foul, and Kobe Bryant to the line. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Marv, just to add what you guys are talking about, yesterday was pretty interesting when Shaquille O'Neal told us, if you think that Michael Bibby was fast, Jason Kidd is 5 times faster. We had trouble with Bibby. I don't know how we're going to stop this guy. Marv?
Well, Jason Kidd has picked up his play here in the 3rd quarter. Now has 17 points, 6 assists. The Lakers lead at 70-63, just under a minute remaining in the 3rd. Once again, Kenyon Martin given the room. Aaron Williams. Shot clock to 6. Williams rebounded by Martin. And off the box out by Ori. Foul on Martin, who's upset.
It's a tactical error by New Jersey here. Their centers, Aaron Williams that time, Todd McCullough, Jason Collins, they're not creators. They're not like Vlade Divac and Chris Webber. You don't want to run your offense through those guys. Spread the floor. Let other guys create, and let the big guys finish the play and get on the offensive glass or make those short shots created by others.
Nets in the penalty, so Ori to the line for the first time. During the regular season, the Lakers and the Nets split their 2 games. Lakers won here at Staples in early March. Shaq had 40 points. Kobe sitting out with that 2-game suspension. Kenyon Martin also out because of a suspension. And then in early April in New Jersey, the Nets won 94-92. An excellent game for Kenyon Martin at 18 points. Shaq was injured, did not play because of a sprained wrist. Actually, the Nets during the season did very well against the West. They went 17-11 against the Western Conference.
They're not only from the West, they play like Western teams. That's why they were so successful in the Eastern Conference. They played a running, wide-open game, so prevalent out here.
Martin lost it off his foot. We are down to 20 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter.
New Jersey needs to stop desperately to keep this crowd quiet during the quarter break.
Down to 5 seconds. Bryant taking it to the rim is fouled. With 5 4/10 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Harris on the foul.
You can talk about theoretically stopping this guy. How you're going to slow down Shaq. And in the end, these guys are just too good. But if you don't move your feet, you have no chance whatsoever. All this reaching, grabbing, leaning, trying to stop guys with your arms and your hands, that'll never get it done.
Kobe now 10 for 10 from the line. This is Devin George checking back in. Samaki Walker sits down. Kobe Bryant has bounced back from the food poisoning episode in Sacramento, finishing very strong in games 6 and 7 against the Kings. That is his first miss after hitting his first 10. Little adventure here by the Nets. That was close to a backcourt violation. Shaquille O'Neal is on the floor. Kobe sitting down with 20 points. Lakers led by as many as 23 in the first half. The Nets trimming that lead, able to move within 4 in the third quarter.
The Nets won the second quarter. The Nets won the third quarter. They have turned the offensive rebound story from a huge deficit to a +3 advantage on the whole game. And now with this full court pressure, taking time off the clock and opening up the game so they can get into their wide open court style of play, which they prefer and they need to execute if they're going to have a chance to win.
Shaquille O'Neal off the fake. Not able to connect on the tip.
Finally, a rebound for New Jersey.
Jefferson being played by Fisher. Kidd being guarded here by George. Harris to the crossover. Harris trying to go glass. And O'Neal on the rebound.
All that penetration, that should be right at Shaq, but not to shoot, to lay it off to somebody. Shaq's got a real mismatch here. Horrendous post-entry pass.
An attempted lob by Fisher. Jefferson able to finish. So the Laker lead is down to 7.
Jefferson has not played a special game tonight, but he hasn't tried to do too much. Played a very disciplined, under control game, waiting for it to come his way.
Foul on Jefferson. That is his third. Jefferson has played 18 minutes. Not able to get into the flow. He's attempted only 2 shots and hit both. And George is fouled. Will the basket count? Yes, it does. Late indication, but the basket is good. And Devin George will go to the line. He was fouled by Lucius Harris.
A nightmare series against Sacramento. Devin George quickly taking advantage of the shorter and less physically gifted Lucius Harris. If this guy can get on track, that'll be a great sign for Phil Jackson, who's desperately searching for someone on the bench to give the Lakers a much-needed lift.
Three-point play for George. Lakers up by 10. Just getting started in the fourth quarter. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Jefferson. Aaron Williams on the rebound.
The way New Jersey got into that play, that was a thing of beauty. Dribble handoffs, weaves out in front. They're coming right back to it. Stay with what's working for you, but make a shot from the perimeter.
Van Horn does just that. Keith Van Horn got off to the slow start. He now has 10 points.
And that's Jason Kidd driving the ball right at Shaq. When the defense has to collapse, you know Shaq is going to come to guard the ball. Everybody else will be wide open.
Here's the double on O'Neal. And he is fouled. Shaquille O'Neal facing the double coverage. Aaron Williams called for the foul, the second.
Off the offensive rebound, Jason Kidd looks at Shaq and says, yeah, come guard me. I'm ready because I'm going to lay it off. And then Shaq working so hard, so diligently to get the great position. Shaq wants the jump hook. That's his training. That's his mindset. You got to be up a little higher. Now, granted, he is terrific at drop stepping and throwing it down on the dunk. But if you can get him to turn back and shoot the jumper, you're much better off.
Rick Fox back, replacing Robert Horry. The last free throw was the first from Shaq that was way off. And Rick Fox was able to get inside. He's upset with himself. He was fouled, but He wanted to convert and have the possibility of a three-point play. Foul called on Van Horn. That's his fourth.
Upset with himself, Byron Scott should be tearing his hair out. Shaq finally misses a free throw, and you allow Rick Fox to get an offensive rebound, and Van Horn picks up his fourth foul. Now that's a mental breakdown. That can cost you a game and ultimately the championship.
That was team foul number 4 on the Nets. The Lakers do not have any. Here's Kobe Bryant making his return, replacing Derek Fisher. Rick Fox, following several quiet games in the series against Sacramento, came on strong in games 5, 6, and 7.
The pace of this game, I don't see Shaq coming out the rest of the way. No need for a rest here. All the timeouts. He's not having to work defensively because they're not attacking him enough. And there's no fouls on Shaq either.
Aaron Williams with his second field goal, and the Lakers now lead 76-69. Aaron Williams has had a very solid year. His 8th season out of Xavier, second year with New Jersey.
I think Aaron Williams is one of the 2 best backup centers in the entire league. Scott Pollard from Sacramento being the other one.
Shaw able to get to the loose ball. Shaw is wide open for 3.
Oh, now that's a rebound. Throw it down.
And the foul is called as once again Shaquille O'Neal is surrounded and he heads back to the line. The Nets with their 5th team foul. Aaron Williams called for his 3rd. Let's go to Jim Gray. Jim.
Marvin, talking to Shaq, you know, he was exhausted after that game in Sacramento in that series, but he was glad that there was little time in between games. He felt that he was able to recover just in the couple of days in between, and he really didn't want a long time off. You know, they've swept so many series and done so well the past 3 years that you would kind of think that he has become conditioned to wanting some time off, but he felt he got into a rhythm in the last couple of games and he didn't want to stop. He says, all of my injuries really won't heal until I get a long time off. It's better to get back out on the court since I've gotten used to it all and just keep playing.
All right, thanks, Jim. Shaquille looking forward to the games that'll be played in New Jersey. He was born in Newark, spent his childhood in Newark, New Jersey. He has a lot of friends back in that area that went to high school in San Antonio.
Nothing like going home. Lakers, Byron Scott, seeing that right now. But if somebody doesn't block Rick Fox off the offensive board on missed free throws, Byron Scott's not going to have any hair.
Beautiful lead pass. The Lakers up by 10. Byron Scott calling for time. 8:55 remaining. And Bill Bryant Shaw so significant in setting the tone back in Game 6 against Sacramento. Jason Kidd once again. 19 points for Kidd, and Shaw very skilled at getting the ball to Shaquille O'Neal. That goes back to their days as teammates with the Orlando Magic.
And it was in Game 5 against Sacramento when Phil Jackson stayed away from Bryant Shaw that they lost that critical game, and Shaq just overpowering the relentless attack at the hoop. But Jason Kidd, Mark, you mentioned the 19 points. He's also got 8 assists and 5 boards. Only 1 turnover for Jason. They're giving him the outside shot. He has got to pull the trigger. Shaq rolling into that lane. Aaron Williams still playing so low down there. At least make him come back the other way. We talked about the familiarity and how these teams rarely play against each other, and Shaq and Kobe and Kenyon Martin missed the games. They got to find out on the fly, and they're a little slow to pick it up.
Shaq is now 6 for 10 at the line. Aaron Williams, who just picked up his 4th foul, sits down, and the rookie from Stanford, Jason Collins, has come on for the first time. Lakers 81 and the Nets 71. 8.5 remaining in this 4th quarter. Kidd using the pick. O'Neal able to grab that rebound and had nowhere to go, so Jefferson on the intercept. Jefferson stopped by Shaw and then draws the foul.
what Jefferson did that time. He didn't have a play and they were backed off him. He's not looking to take his outside shot, and that's okay. But in that situation, drive the ball to the elbow and then turn it back with the reverse pivot. You'll either have to move it for yourself or, better off, lay it down to someone who's flashing to the ball.
Foul on George. Only the first team foul committed by the Lakers. Here's Jefferson. O'Neal getting possession on Collins. 10-point Laker lead. They led by as many as 23 in the first half. The Nets able to get back into it. Although at one point it looked like it would be a rout. O'Neal not able to hit. And back comes Harris. Lakers get back though.
Hard to see how that's not an offensive foul. Elbow of Shaq right into Collins' head, who seemed to play him very well, much better than Aaron Williams played. Welcome to the NBA Finals. Bam. If you're standing there as a defensive player and the offensive guy runs you over, that has got to be a foul.
Foul on Shaw. Now Horry is back. Coming on for George. 7.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. 10-point Laker lead. There's Collins rejected and fouled by O'Neal. That is only his first foul.
That's what's great. Remember when Charles Barkley and Magic would play, and they'd be involved in every single play, as Shaq is. And then finally, in the fourth quarter, with 7:25 to go, oh, that's your first foul.
Collins, a 70% free throw shooter. Jason, the first-round draft pick of the Houston Rockets, was acquired in that deal for Eddie Griffin.
Very good trade for New Jersey. Now, Griffin is a good player. Made the second team all-rookie team this year for Houston. But to get Collins, Richard Jefferson, and Brian Scalabrine, who sits the bench out of USC, this guy, I mean, that was a shrewd move by Executive of the Year, Rod Thorne, in putting this squad together. You get 3 for 1 who all can contribute and all think and play with Jason Kidd. Brilliant.
So Rod, the one-time czar of discipline for the NBA. That is now Stu Jackson's job. 81-72 Lakers. Coming up on 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. Bryant thought he was fouled. Lost it to Kidd. Here's Harris with Fox back. Fox went for the ball, but he's called for the foul.
Lucius Harris does not have blinding speed. The acceleration and the explosiveness comes from Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd, an outstanding defender. Strips the ball down low. You got to leave with your elbow in that situation. Rick Fox, just back off. Just back off and just stand up over the top. You got size, strength, and athleticism over Lucius Harris, who's not a strong finisher. Jason Kidd's third steal, leading to that opportunity with the free throws. Like Sacramento, you got to play flawless in the things that are easy, like making free throws. Sacramento's 16 for 30 in that final game. Ouch.
That's now 9 for 20 from the line. 8-point Laker lead. Shaw being pressed by Harris. Shaw and Bryant in the backcourt now with Horry, O'Neal, and Fox up front. Here's Fox, stopped by Van Horn. Good defensive sequence here by the Nets. Horry somehow able to get that shot off, and back come the Nets. Harris for 3.
Make a shot.
Kept alive by the Nets.
Jason Kidd is everywhere. He was the defender on that play, and now he's running the show on this end.
Kenyon Martin trying to take advantage of the mismatch, and he does. The foul on Shaw. So the Lakers are in the penalty, and Shaw and Martin have some words, and a double technical being called. It's on Martin and Shaw. Martin is saying, why me?
Not quite sure what either player did wrong. This is preventative medicine here, though, by Joe Crawford. Doesn't want any escalation. Byron Scott is saying, what's going on here? My player gets fouled and he gets called for a technical? I don't understand this.
So Kenyon Martin will go to the line, the result of the foul that was called on Shaw. And now both teams are in the penalty.
And the way they're calling those double technicals, almost an automatic call by the referees. As a reserve player for one team, you just want to come in and mix it up with the other guy and get an automatic technical early on. And if he gets another one and loses his composure, then he's out of here.
So now you're talking National Hockey League. I'm telling you.
I know nothing about hockey.
It's down to a 6-point Laker lead as we approach 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. O'Neal is fouled by Collins. Collins getting underneath O'Neal, so Shaq will head back to the line.
Todd McCullough sitting out. Even though he's the starter, he doesn't play that many. Just 19 minutes a game in the playoffs. Nice position that time. Unlike Todd McCullough, Collins is trying to play defense before Shaq gets the ball. He has him behind the baseline. That's why you back off just a little bit.
Shaq 7 of 11 from the line. Shaq 3 of 7 at the foul line in this fourth quarter. This after the good start and way off on that second attempt.
What did he tell us yesterday about the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, Jason Kidd had the foot on the line. It's a 2-pointer. Nets were looking for a 3. The Nets are within 4. They got within 4 in the third quarter. Now a sense of urgency has set in for the Lakers. O'Neal to the drop step. And the Lakers get the new 24.
Where is the weak side rebounding?
Here's the lob. Look out. Oh, Collins took a hit from behind from O'Neal, but that was after the foul was committed by Jason Collins.
Remember the number that Byron Scott gave us yesterday? 55 for Shaq and Kobe. Another brick by Shaq there. Said 55, and he'd live with that, Byron Scott. Shaq and Kobe have 47. You mentioned earlier that they might get that 55 in the first half. They have really slowed down.
Lakers 82, Nets 77. But the Nets have done a great job coming back into this ball game after some rough edges in the first half. Jason Kidd. A nice play by Collins, able to tip it to Van Horn. And the Laker lead is down to 3:5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lakers have made this into an adventure. This is the closest this game has been since in the early moments the Lakers had a 6-4 lead. O'Neal putting it over Collins. And last touched by the Nets.
Jason Collins is playing some ball out there. Byron Scott didn't use him in the first 3 quarters. And now he's out here, he's tipping balls to teammates on the offensive end. He's standing in front of Shaq. He's willing to fight. Are there any other Nets who are willing to do the same?
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal getting the roll. Shaq has 28, Lakers 84, the Nets 79.
If the Nets are going to pull this off, they need one guy playing great on offense, and they need one guy who can really take over on defense, particularly rebounding.
Remember last year here in LA in game 1 of the finals, Philadelphia came away with the victory. And Jack Neese says, stay right here. Foul called. It is on the Lakers. Both teams in the penalty. Fox has picked up number 5.
The double clutch by Kenyon Martin takes him out of the play. Phil Jackson, you see the concern, the uncertainty, the seeds of doubt. Lakers do a good job here. Shaq just flying by as well as Ori, forcing him to double clutch. Martin, he's got to put his body on the line out there. Just get in the air, put some fouls on these guys.
Kenyon Martin, a 68% free throw shooter during the regular season. Now 5 for 8 on the evening. So the Lakers now lead by 4. It is back to a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Just under 5 remaining in the fourth. Kidd again putting the pressure on, but Kobe able to protect that dribble. Here's Bryant. Fox trying to set a pick, and a foul is called on Van Horn.
Byron Scott can't believe that. 5 fouls now on Van Horn. Van Horn appeared to just be standing there already positioned. Fox just ran right into him. Don't understand why the defensive player has to move out of the way, a position he's already established.
No, Fox 2 for 3 from the line.
He must have had a better view than I did.
Yes.
Interesting that Byron Scott is going with Lucius Hughes instead of Kerry Kittles down the stretch here.
Kerry Kittles 3 for 7. Got off to the good start. And then fading, so he is sitting down. Van Horn. Rebound O'Neal.
They need a big play from Van Horn. He had it in the decisive game against Boston, the big three-pointer from deep in the corner. That's what they need right now to give everybody the life and the confidence.
That was the biggest shot of his NBA career. O'Neal backing his way. Lakers 88, Nets 81 with 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Nets take a 20-second timeout.
I want to know what Shaq weighs. I want to see Shaq on the scale.
Here's Collins. Nice touch by the rookie, and the Laker lead is 5. Shaquille O'Neal in the fourth quarter, 8 points, 7 rebounds, so has come up big. Oh, that could have been a foul on Rick Fox for the push-out.
Should have been. Elbow to the face.
O'Neal again getting inside, and he is purposely fouled by Collins. And hear the reaction, although Collins had no choice, that prevented the field goal.
Collins has played a very professional game out here, but if they don't call the push-off by Rick Fox, Jason Collins' idea. Look at the footwork by Collins. Outstanding. You're going to give it up, but Jason Collins said, look, if you don't call an elbow to my face, how can this be a foul?
O'Neal 8 for 15. Lakers by 6. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Well, Shaq told us yesterday he makes them when it counts. He doesn't believe in percentages. He said a lot of guys shoot a great percentage throughout the course of the entire game, and then they miss in the fourth quarter. And he just made 1 of 2 right there. But he says, I make them when they count. The percentages don't matter. So we'll see down the stretch as it appears to be somewhat of the strategy tonight, Mark.
Well, Shaq has had his ups and downs at the line of the fourth quarter here tonight. He certainly did it down the stretch against Sacramento. Jason Kidd. So Kidd now has 23, and the Laker lead is down to 4.
And Byron Scott and Jason Collins has found somebody who can handle the ball at the high post, bringing Shaq away from the basket.
Just under 3 remaining in this fourth quarter. O'Neal, yes. 33 points, along with 14 rebounds for Shaquille O'Neal. The Lakers 91, the Nets 85, 2:35 to go in the fourth. Nice reverse by Kidd. Collins getting to the rebound. He is fouled. That will not count. He will not get the call on the continuation. There have been 25 triple-doubles by 13 different players. Fisher lost control. With 2:24 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Lakers with a 91-87 lead. Here's Kidd. Collins. Van Horn. And apparently stepped out of bounds. Van Horn backing up. You saw Robin Horry pointing at Van Horn's right foot as he backed away.
They did so many things right, and then just a little mental mistake. Jason Kidd, an extraordinary defender, trying to take time off the clock against Kobe.
Just under 2 remaining in this fourth quarter. At one point of the first half, the Nets were down by 23. Collins reaching in, making contact, and picks up number 4.
He waited so long. He had Shaq up against the shot clock. Basically, Shaq has to be a shooter, holds his position, has everything going his way, and then the wild swipe at the ball just hits Shaq in the back of the head. An easy play to call.
O'Neal 5 for 12 from the line in this fourth quarter. Not good. Overall, he's now 10 of 18. So the Lakers lead by 5.
Desperately need offense here for New Jersey. Penetration and dish, knock down some shots. Martin got to get on the glass. And Jason Collins continue to handle the ball effectively and set screens at the high post.
This crowd on its feet as the Lakers have taken a 6-point lead. Nice pass. Harris coming up short. Collins again able to get to the loose ball. And we get a whistle. Jack Neese, the outside official, pointing to the clock. And apparently they're having a problem with the 24-second clock. And the Nets are very upset because they felt the flow was interrupted.
They had the advantage. They were on the attack. And because of the malfunction and the misapplication of the reset here, they were taken out of their flow.
Well, here's Kidd shooting the three. O'Neal with the rebound. With a minute 25 remaining in this fourth quarter. Lakers with the ball up by 6 points. Bryant, nice pass. Fox lays it in. So the Lakers lead 95-87. And Byron Scott takes a timeout.
They've got to rely on their MVP, Jason Kidd, creating.
Harris taking from Kidd. So the Lakers now lead 95-89. A minute remaining in this fourth quarter. And Joe Crawford once again over at the scorer's table to hold up problem with the 24-second clock. Now both teams in the penalty. They have been in for a good portion of this fourth quarter. Nets have 1 timeout remaining. Lakers have 2 and a 20. Incidentally, Kidd picked up an assist in setting it up for Harris just a moment ago. That's 10 assists, so he's 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Now Van Horn with the pressure on Fox. Down to 50 seconds remaining in the fourth, and the foul is given by Collins.
That was a hack-a-shot play. Yeah. That was intentional, and the strategy by Byron Scott, the gamble that Shaq will miss some, stops the clock. Realizing that they need to get that ball back and possession is critical. Just trailed by 6. They desperately need the big guy to clank one here.
O'Neal 12 for 20 from the line for the game, and he's 8 of 15 here in the fourth quarter. But another huge game for Shaquille O'Neal. 36 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots. And he's come up with 14 of his 36 in the fourth quarter. 96-89. And it is now a triple-double for Jason Kidd as he picked up his 10th rebound. Martin for 3. Bryant on the rebound. Martin is on the loose ball. Here's Van Horn for 3. Harris with the catch, and Martin is able to hammer it down. The Laker lead is 5 points, 31 and 6/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. You see the pressure by the Nets, but the Lakers able to get it to the front court. And Fisher is fouled to stop the clock.
Lakers are being forced to throw over the top, and that's good, but when you do that, you run the risk of the back line defensive guys, Van Horn, Jason Collins, being able to come up. They have to anticipate. Byron Scott has got a lot to build on from this game. There's still the chance of a miracle finish here for the Nets, but the Lakers are going to have to miss an awful lot of free throws.
And Derek Fisher, one of the best free throw shooters in the league. He's now 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Lakers by 6, down to 28 seconds remaining.
What makes it so tough against LA too is that their ability to spread the floor and move that ball and make the other team chase you.
Timeout called by New Jersey. That is their final timeout. And this crowd beginning to file out. Lakers with a 98-91 lead. Lakers up by 7. Nets do not have any timeouts left. So they're looking for the quick shot. And here it is from Martin from downtown. It's 98-94, 25 seconds remaining. Once again, the Nets look to foul. And Van Horn picks it up. So Keith Van Horn is fouled out. And the Lakers head back to the line with 22.3 to go in this fourth quarter.
The guy who inbounds the ball, they can release it anytime they want to Shaq's man. Jason Collins has played an outstanding floor game here. Finally a three-pointer that goes down, but with Van Horn fouling out, Byron Scott chooses to come with Richard Jefferson as opposed to the disappeared one, Kerry Kittles.
Van Horn 12 points in his 35 minutes. Fox at 82%. Free throw shooter now 4 for 5. Solid game for Rick Fox, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Lakers up by 5. Jefferson on the rebound. A kid looks to race it up. Looking for the 3. Now Martin who hit one just a moment ago. Rebound O'Neal. And here is Orr checking the clock. And instead of scoring, he looks to run it out. The Lakers are hearing it from this crowd as they take game 1 by the score of 99-94. It appeared to be on the verge of a blowout with the Lakers jumping to a 23-point lead in the first half, but the Nets got back into it. Lakers able to hold on to this game number 1 of the best of 7. Let's go over to Jim Grant.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. I'm here with Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, congratulations on a good game tonight. How is it that the Lakers, up by 23 points, made this an adventure?
Well, I think we just got kind of lackadaisical. We don't really know much about this team. Now that we know what they have and what they're going to do, I think we'll be a little bit more focused. This is the type of team they're never going to give up, so we have to do everything right, and we will.
Did you just do enough to win tonight? Was that the case?
It's all about winning. We could have played better, but, it's all about us. It's nothing that they did. We just messed around, and we just had to pick it up, and we will. It's only our 3rd time playing this team. We don't really know that much about them, but right now we're just trying to win 4 games. We already won 1, so we got 3 more wins to go.
Jack, was there any letdown from the great series that you guys had played against Sacramento? Was there a mental letdown maybe?
I'm not going to blame it on a mental letdown, so don't be bringing it up. It's all about us just going out there playing team ball, execute, and we just got kind of lackadaisical. I wouldn't blame it on a mental letdown. We don't really know much about this team. Now that we know, we'll pick it up. Don't be trying to make stuff up, Jim.
All right. Shaq, congratulations. Good game tonight.